Welcome back, Market Heroes. So, what is a double long? So, I'm sure even if you guys know about options trading, you haven't really heard about this one. So, a lot of what we're doing is one trade at a time. So, selling a call, selling a strangle, selling an iron condor, right? But we're just doing them by themselves. And a double long is a little bit different. It's a little bit take on that. It's actually two trades in one. This is a really interesting trade. This is absolutely a trade that I use all the time. You'll see why here in a second. Let me explain to you exactly what a double long is. So a double long is we're going to buy an at-the-money call spread, and at the same time, we're going to sell a put, and we're going to do so and make the entire trade for a credit, right? So what the hell does that even look like? So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to buy an at-the-money call spread. So when I think about buying an at-the-money call spread, I want to buy the first call that's in the money. In this case, it's the 246 call. And I want to sell the first call that's out of the money. In this case, that's the 247 call, right? So we're going to pay 64 cents for executing this strategy. So then what I want to do, most of the time, I go ahead and I sell the 16 delta put. And I'm going to do it at the same time. We're doing this whole trade for a 48-cent credit, right? So the way we make money on this trade is not a lot different than the way we make money on a short put is if prices go up, if the price of our short put expires out of the money, if volatility decreases. This is a bullish strategy, right? Now, the difference between just a short put and a double long is the potential for higher profits comes in a double long. So let's show what that actually looks like. Right? So if we just sell the put, our max profit is $111, right? Pretty good. And we know exactly what the chances are of making money. At the same time, if we do this double long, our max profit is $148, right? So it's more. So this is different. It's kind of like just selling a short put in the sense that it gives us our probabilities of making money, but at the same time, it makes our upside a lot larger. So this is no different than how we have selling iron condors and then selling a heavy iron condor is we're not doing much else. Our probabilities aren't changing. We're just collecting more money and giving ourselves more potential to make money here. We already know that selling a put outright is a profitable strategy. It's a profitable strategy. So if it's a profitable strategy, let's see if we can add this long call spread, which again, selling the first strike in the money call, is buying the first strike in the money call and selling the first strike out of the money call, as well as selling the 16 delta put. And again, we're doing this trade for a credit, right? We're doing this trade for a credit. So that's what a double long is. And again, it's a really bullish strategy. So again, it's worked over the last couple of years because we've gone straight up in the stock market. But again, it gives us ample room for error because we give credit for doing so, right? So we wanted to see how this compared to just selling puts, right? So what we did was every single day, we sold the 16 delta put, right? And on top of that, we also sold the 16 delta put and placed a double long, which again is buying the at-the-money call spread. Buying the at-the-money call spread is no different than buying the first in-the-money call and selling the first out-of-the-money call. And we did this in the monthly expiration cycle, close to 50 days, and we didn't touch the trade once we put it on. We just let it sit there, right? And we're looking to see if it's more profitable than just selling a put. So here are the results. Again, if we just sell the put, we're supposed to be right 84% of the time. We are right 91% of the time. We make about $1.02 per day. However, on the double long, we're only right 72% of the time, but we make about $1.26 per day. So again, win percentage to me is less important than P&L per day. Here we're making about 20% more money per day. And the way I see this is I do tens of thousands of these every year. That extra 20% adds up to tens and hundreds of thousands of dollars, right? So again, a double long here works, and the reason it works is because our upside is higher for something like this. right? And we're not taking on any more risk for doing so. So no more risk, no worse probabilities, higher upside equals more money, right? So now what we want to do is we want to try both of those strategies, and we want to see what happens when we manage them at 50% max profit, right? So when we go to this, if we are selling this 234 put for 111, right? Our 50% profit target is going to be about 55 cents. However, on this strategy here, this double long, if we're going to go ahead and we are going to buy it for 50%, right? Our max profit here is 148. So we're going to end up buying it back if it ever reaches 74 cents, right? 74 cents. So again, our upside is greater. Our upside on double long is greater. We haven't added more risk. We haven't reduced our probabilities in making money. All we did was give ourselves higher profit potential, right? So now we're going to try to buy them back for 50% of max profit. And as you can see here, look guys, selling the put outright makes money. Doing the double long makes money, right? But if you buy them back for 50% of their max profit, we're obviously a lot more profitable here, right? Not only are we double the profitability in terms of short put versus managed and double long versus managed, but you're in the trade for significantly less time, right? So at this point, doing these strategies in the same amount of days with the same probabilities of making money, with the same amount of risk, with the same amount of downside, just different upside, the double long is about 25% more profitable when managed at 50%. So let's take it a step further and see what happens in periods of high volatility. So we do the same thing every single day. Not only are we going to sell these in the monthly expiration cycle closes to 50 days from expiring, we're also going to buy them back for 50% of max credit if possible, and we're going to bucket each trade into periods of high volatility. And let's see what happens. Pretty amazing stuff. We see that now when we manage it at 50% and do it in periods of high volatility, just short puts are right 99% of the time for an average of 353 per day. That's a big number. However, the double long is still more profitable, about 60 cents more profitable per day, right? We're right 90% of the time also. So it's really interesting. Both of these strategies work. However, the difference between a short put and a double long is only the upside potential. Again, the probabilities of making money are the same. The max downside is the same. Our risk is the same. The only thing that's different is our potential for more upside. And that being the case results in about a 20% increase in P&L per day, which is all we give a shit about. So when the chips are down, when volatility is higher, and you're thinking about sell a put, I would actually tell you to go ahead and execute a double long. The reason is because over the long run, you're going to be about 20% more profitable. That's what we want. I'll see you guys in the next video.